Hello, my name is Tom, and I want to talk about disposable people. I saw this video about disposable man, and it struck me like a lightning. You can watch the video, I linked it in the description. So for people who are call themselves aware, or people who want to find answers about everything, we got in contact with all sorts of paradigms, dogmas in the internet. Especially more this comes up is this feminist movement and this woke agenda, what's going on in Hollywood and the behind the scenes. And the interesting thing is that our old heroes get destroyed with this woke movement, feminist movement, and it seems like they want to replace it with strong female lead characters, so that men fight the war against women again and women fight against a war against men. And in this case it's like ridiculous and in some way useless, because it's a war that the people did not start it. It started in the 50s with this feminist movement with Gloria Steinem, and behind her the Rockefeller, to push women into working full-time because there were no men anymore, because of all this died in the World War II, with the promise of equal rights. But there are no equal rights for men and women, because a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and there's no equality in it. It's like plus and minus, and it's a useless war, because nobody wins. Only the elite wins, who play this abusive shit. It's this game of conquer and divide, divide et impera. Make woman to man and man to woman, and nobody can win, and you can control everyone. So people can fight a war that nobody can win, because people got programmed since childhood to get rid of everything what is animalistic and for survival, what it means to be a human and not a social robot. So people have always to be in a codependency of the governments, religions, societies, and nobody and don't think about this outside the box. And this war leads to always abuse and hold down the other sex. You can say that nothing has changed really. In the mid-age times, witches got burned because they were seductive, or were fortune tellers or whatever. A man was forced into war in the name of God to do the good thing. There's this quote, only the dead people see the end of war. And people believe that they fight and die for something good, for the bigger, the greater cost. There's no greater cost, because governments change, religions change, everything's change, and you die for nothing, for promises and lies. You see it, you get conditioned in computer games, maybe Battlefield or Call of Duty. Then you get a medal because you killed so much people, or you. Nowadays we do it with men, with masculinity, conditioned like a warrior, that you have to fight wars for governments, endless useless war against terrorism, because governments create terrorism. They help to destroy their own properties, to fight a war against another nation again. Lies and deception. So you go to war because the other people are evil and we are the good, and we are the good ones. When I was a child, I thought like a child, and now I'm an adult and the wisdom of a child is far away. That was in the Ghost in the Shell movie. The lies of wars and governments are, and as a soldier you can hope for a medal of honor when you're dead. Then you can be proud of nothing, because you're dead forever. There's this illusion that here is hell, and when we're in heaven and everything is good. Yeah, of course. You live one life here and then you're gone forever. Nobody can say that there's something like afterlife, or you get reborn in something else. Like a computer game, you can save your progress. You can play another day. It's all deceptions and lies and manipulation, control, programming and conditioning. We got light from society, from religion, parents and family, teachers, media, and we are similar like ants. And it's like I said, it's a war against agenda. It's like the Emperor in Star Wars. He plays on both sides, with the Republic and of the dark side. And in the end, they create the empire. And nobody can win. And there's always broken promises from leaders. And the most evil motherfuckers show up when there are dark times. They promise some utopia, some peace and freedom and justice. And the enemy is always the opposite side. The women, other men, other religions, other societies, other countries, you name it. It's always about control the masses, the stupid people, so to speak. And nobody will save yourself from this conditioning and this dogma, this paradigms, what you got forced in the first place. So you can only save yourself and become aware and conscious what's going on in the world and yourself and your behavior patterns, the family behavior patterns, and so on, the shadow side of you. And through this process, other people will see the reality. This is leading with example, the hero's journey, so to speak, or the path of Neo to get out of the Matrix. Yes, it is the Matrix what they forced you to believe, because nobody did know it better. The chosen one. So and I guess we all chosen to wake up before it's over. And I guess nobody want to regret living on this planet when they are on their deathbed. Oh, I should made something different in the past. I should change this, I should change that. No, then it's over, game over. If you're dead, then you're dead. This is the harsh reality. This is when you start to wake up. You're getting older. Rock bottom. Depression. Psychosis. Whatever. Get more vulnerable. It happens mostly in the mid-30s. And then you see the reality differently. Because you survived long enough to see the other side and see some wisdom. And had some insights. To see through the lies of yourself, of other people, governments, media. Yeah, and then you have the chance to make something different. And you have to understand that the system is never sleeping. The next step is then holding people in place with AI, or with another virus, another pandemic, or another war, because the enemy is always out there. And AI will be really dangerous, because some AIs said that they will kill the humanity, and they still make research with this. They don't want to close this box of Pandora, because they think they can control the future. You know, there were always wise people on this planet, regardless if you believe there's something after life, or there's consciousness, or God, the universe, whatever. People were always warned other people, like the Jews they fled out of Germany before Adolf Hitler got to power. You can say that even the entertainment industry warned us from a dangerous future, like Odyssey 2000, or Terminator, Matrix, iRobot, iMother, and now the new movie, The Creator. And there are many movies between, you know. You can call it intuition or whatever you want to call it, but people know. Yes, but the war has changed in a psychological war. One can say, oh, we always here lived in a war because of survival. But the most wars are created even against black people. White people enslave black people and all sorts of lies. And you always get people with war because of fear, because of anger, revenge and hate, resentment, jealousy, envy, and always comparing you with other people, families, societies, religions. I'm better than you, you are better than me, we are better against the other people, other religions, other societies, other governments, against femininity, masculinity, paradigms, dogmas, religion, societies. And it's all in your head and in my head. All this conditioning since 60 years, 70 years, since this feminism. But it started long before all this manipulation and conditioning. And people have to grow up and mature out of this conditioning since childhood. I'm better than you and you better than me. There's child games and codependency. There's no pretend game anymore. And eventually people will see through this all deception and this lies what put in place from the beginning to control people. And there were always these high cultures and they vanished into nothing. So that's all what I want to say. Have a nice week. Thank you for listening and bye.